Hey everyone, this should be a pretty quick video. Today what I'm going to do is show you some fixture clamps that I got from Strong Hand Tools. It's called a Build Pro Modular Fixturing Kit, and it's a TBK1-28. And let's get it open and see what's inside. All right, so it looks like everything is wrapped in that oil paper, or it kind of looks like a plastic. These are magnetic. These are called magnetic rests, and there are 8 of them. So what these are for, let's get one unwrapped, is you take these magnets, and let me get a piece of material here. So here's a piece of material. You sit these on the table. You sit the material on the piece, so that if you're going to weld something up, let's say we're going to weld this up, okay? You can put your run your bead all the way down to the bottom. If they were sitting on the table flat, you would run your bead all the way down to the bottom, and you might wind up tacking to the table or damaging your surface. So that's what those are for. So that's pretty cool. And so, like I said, there's 8 of these. I won't bore you in unraveling anymore. We'll do that later. Let's see what else we got here. So these are the inserter stops, and there's 8 of these. These are not threaded. It looks like it was, obviously these were machined, probably on a lathe. And so these insert into these different holes. That's one of the reasons why I got this table here. I got this table from weldtables.com. It's called a tab and slot. I think it's called a Certiflat, but the design is tab and slot. I have another video. I'll post a link to that video if you're interested in checking the build process of this table. So these are the inserter stops. Again, there's 4 of them. These are the positioning stops, and they look almost identical to the inserter stops, but they are threaded with a little nut. They do have a little flange there, so they fit in the hole. So they're the same size, except one has a thread and has a longer post. And so what these are for, you put here, then you tighten the nut, snug it up, and then that's a stop. So you have a bunch of them, and then you can bring your material. Let's say you're going to build, I don't know, a table, and you need to build, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the same leg setup. You set up all your stops, and you cut all your pieces, and you position them pretty quickly. And that's the beauty of this table. So then we have some clamps. These are called the inserter clamps. Excuse me. And we have 4 of these clamps. And these clamps work almost the same as the inserter stops. Let's see, the stud is a little bit shorter, but it has, I believe it has the same thread. Let's check. It looks like it does. I would imagine it does. Yep. And the way these work It's kind of like the, well, exactly like the insert a stop. So let's do this. So put that on, and I'm going to tighten the nut underneath. Okay. And then you take your material, I'm going to put this back on so I don't lose it. Take your material, and clamp it down. That's it. So one thing I want to do is take the tape. Let's see what the maximum height is. So it looks like you can get a 5-inch piece of material under there if you sit it on these rests. These rests are just shy of a 1/2 inch, so you know, I would say 4 1/4 conservatively. Let's see that again. 4 1/2. You should be able to squeeze 4 1/2. So that's the clamp. Next up, this bag feels a lot lighter. I'm guessing maybe there's some aluminum in here. So these are stop bars, and these are definitely aluminum. T60 632, I'm guessing that's the alloy. And I believe what these are for is you can take one of these stops and you put it in here. And then one of these little brackets here. And that goes here. And what else? Oh, okay. So then we have these. These are called threaded adapters. And there's 4 of those. There's also 4 of these aluminum, what are they called again? Stop bars. So it's nice, everything is oiled so it doesn't rust. These have 2 magnets, kind of just like these magnetic rests have magnets. Looks like there's a magnet right there. I think that hole right there is where they probably filled it with epoxy to keep the magnet in. So these have magnets. What these do, move all this stuff out of the way, is the magnets are so that you can put these underneath, and then you can take your stop bar. You use one of these. Where's that clamp? Here we go. Sorry, I already had one. Okay. And then you can that's interesting. This doesn't want to seem to thread in. Huh. Okay. There's another bag of bolts. Let's compare. So this separate bag of bolts, there's 4 bolts here. It's definitely a little bit of a smaller stud. Let's see. Yeah, so that works. So I'm confused with what this is. They give you 4 of those, and then they give you 4 of those. They're a little bit different. Not sure why. I'll have to shoot off an email and ask them what the deal is, what those are for. So anyways, back to the illustration that we were doing. These go underneath, these go here. And then these stops are adjustable. So essentially you can bring a stop out. Let's say you wanted your material, maybe you wanted one piece of your material to line up right along the holes here, or if you wanted it on an angle or something like that, you could adjust that, tighten it down, and then there's your stop. So let me take a quick break here. I'm going to unravel all these and I'll open up this other box. We'll lay everything out and then I'll show you how you clamp them together. Okay, so I got everything unwrapped. Again, it was nice. Everything was wrapped in, it almost seems like a combination of tissue paper and cellophane. Anyways, it has a light oil coating on it, so nothing will rust. The aluminum did not. I'm still confused as to what these larger bolts are for, because they don't fit in either hole. They do fit through there, but I don't know what they're for, so I'm going to email Strong Hand Tools and say what's up, because these were actually in the packaging with these pieces, so don't know. So this is actually 2 kits. I paid $160 per kit, and I got them from, where did I get them? I think weldingsupply.com, and I bought them from that site because they were $160. Everywhere else they were $199. So, being that I'm a do-it-yourselfer, and this is kind of just a hobby, for me to save $80, that's significant. It did take a little bit of time to get here. I ordered them on December 15th, and they just got here today, and today is January 11th. So it was almost a month, but you have the whole holiday rush and all that, so I guess it's acceptable. So let me quick show you how this all works. So I'm going to use some of these, what are these called again? Positioning stops. So let's put some here. And I'll put another one over here. Everything fits nicely in these laser cut holes. All right, we'll put one here. Remove some of these hockey puck looking thingies. It's really nice that they're magnetic. So let's put this here. Now I will say, so this table, being that the surface is only, I think it's 3/16, you have to basically put the nut on. But the larger tables, like the Build Pro tables from Strong Hand Tools, which I drool over and would love to have, but they cost a little bit too much for what I do. Basically, since there's more material, you put your piece in, or you put your clamp in, and those clamps don't have a nut. You put it in, and just the pressure of the clamp, just the torque of the clamp is enough to hold it in. So those are really nice, but that's their like pro line. What I have here I think is fine. So obviously if you're going to do something like this, you would probably miter. Let me put in one more here so you can see where I'm going with this. Here we go. Let's see. Then what you would do to clamp over here is that's where these pieces come in. Before I forget, I have to put my hockey pucks down. There we go. So that raises it all to the same height. Now what we're going to do is take one of these stops and we're going to put it here. Put this bracket. And what's nice is that the bracket has this cutout, this little cutout here, so that it can slide all the way up so that you can adjust it. So that's some thought right there. That's a good feature. And then we'll take these. The ones that fit have the little knurling on them. They're both Allen, but the ones that don't fit are smooth. So I don't know. So then you would tighten that down, and you would take your clamp and position your clamp. Tighten down your piece. Obviously you'd put more clamps and you'd put more stops and everything here, but you get the idea. Now everything is nice and secure. You can run your bead down or tack or whatever you want to do. If you want to put tacks and then take it out of the jig and weld everything up, you can do that. Or you can run your bead. You don't have to worry about hitting the table and messing up your table. So again, the part number is TBK1-28 from Strong Hand Tools. I think it's stronghandtools.com. Where is it? Let's see. Is it on the box? Stronghandtools.com. So 28 pieces. I don't know if that includes the mystery bolts. I'm very happy so far. I'm excited. I have 2 or 3 projects planned already where I'm going to use these. It'll be the first time using the table. So stay tuned. My channel is basically about everything that I like, whether it be welding, whether it be what I do with my Christmas lights, or flying a drone, or just stuff that keeps me entertained. So if you like what you've seen, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave any questions or comments. I appreciate any positive comments. I don't like getting into, the name calling and the negative stuff, so try to keep that to a minimum. But hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching.